online booking and then checking. So all these are the details, and beside that there are the ratings. So all these are ratings like that which passengers have given, like which is our ease of online booking, check-in services, online boarding excuse me, gate locations, on board services, seat comfort. So these are the ratings. So we will create report from this, which is our project here. And to create that, we have first of all import our libraries. So what libraries we have here is, I will just give you the library details. So this is our library. So I will just Control A, copy them, and I will create a new. So to create a new, I will go File, New Python, New Python. So I will just open it anew, and we will import this library. So we will go through them. I have already made this project, but I will make it again. So I will just copy this. So we have first of all is Pandas library. So Panda is powerful library for data manipulation and analysis. It provides structure like your data frame and series that allow you to work with structured data efficiently. So first of all we have imported Panda. Then we have taken NumPy. So NumPy is for numerical computations. We will use NumPy in Python. Then come your Matplotlib. So Matplotlib is used for your creating static chart interface and animated visualizations in Python. And after that come your Seaborn, and that also used for creating charts in your Python. It's simpler process of creating complex, like it will even create a complex chart. So these are our libraries we have imported. Next is we have to read the file, and that is our CSV file. So how we can know that file is CSV? So if I will go to this file, so it is showing an extension CSV. So this file is CSV. So either it can be Excel file or can be a CSV file. So we have to import this file. So first of all we have to copy this location from here. So we can copy it, and then we can take this airline and import in our Jupyter Notebook. So I already have. So what I will do, I will copy this from here only. So I will copy this location. So data is the name of the data frame. So I will just add this and go there and just run it. So we are able to import our data CSV file in our data frame. So what does pd read underscore CSV mean here? So it is not working. So pd is not defined. So I have to run this first. Then I will run this. So now it's running. So first of all we have to run our import file, then I have to data. So what is pd.read CSV mean there? So this is Pandas function that read a CSV file and return its content as a data frame. So it will convert this data into data frame, and this is our location here. So now next thing is like what we will do, I will print first 5 element of our my data. So it is data dot head, and just run this. So it will show the first 5 data from our 5 data from our data set. So these are departure, delay, all the things it is showing, like whatever column we have. So we have 24 columns here, so it is showing that. Next is like what we can do, we can do information about our data, which is our data.info. So it will give us information about the total number of null entries in each column, like if we have any if we have any null value or whatever is there. So I will just write print, then I will give data.info and then bracket and close, and then run this. So it will give us like if we have any, what type of data we have, the data type each column, like whether it's integer, float or data time. So it is showing that the memory use of the data frame. So it even give us the memory use here, and index information. So these are the information what we will get when we will print info. So next thing is describe. So what is the describe command will do? So I will write print describe bracket open bracket close and run this program. So there is some problem here. I have not given the data here. Data dot describe then run. So data frame. Now it will give us about the mean, standard deviation like minimum and percentile, and all these things will be there. So it is showing us all the descriptive analytics of our data. Next is like if we have to find out if there is any null value in our data. So to do that, I will go again here, then I will go to print, then I will bracket open, data dot is null, and then I will bracket close, bracket open, dot sum. So whatever is there, it will sum that also, and just run this. So it will show us like there are some error in our arrival delays. So in arrival delay we have to fill something, and that what we can do here is I like to print here a zero value, like whatever departure time is there, I would just like to put there 0. So for that what I will do, I will create a data which is our arrival delay. So I will just copy this, and then I will put this, and here I will put arrival delay, just back equal to data, then what I will do there, comma, and again our arrival delay, and what I need to fill here, I will fill NA with 0. So I will fill here 0. So fill 0 in missing value in data frame where we have arrival delay, and just run this. So and then I will print our this data or dot is null. It's not working. What is the problem here? So we have to check. Fill NA is okay. Delay, arrival delay, data equal to is there. In pandas, data arrival delay, maybe some space is here, so I just remove this space and run this. Now it's work. Now I have to check whether there is null value or not. Is null dot sum, and run this. So I will just copy it from above and see whether there is some null value or not. Maybe some mistake while writing. So we have now all have 0 null value, so we have filled the values there. After this we will do charting in our Python. So do charting, first of all, is what we will do, we will create different charts, and to create charts, first chart is we have to create a category of columns. Like if you will see, like these are our charts, like flight distance, not from flight distance, these all are our, like if you will see here, so these are our rating, like in flight entertainment, bagging handling, in flight cleanliness, footprint, and your gate location, on-board services, seat comfort, legroom comfort, onboarding, check-in service, ease of online booking. So all these are our, from here till here, all these are our ratings. So we want to create a category, like group of these, all these our categories. So for what we will do, for creating a group, what we will do, I will just show you. Like if I will go down here, sorry, I will go here. So we have created a group from them. So if I will copy this, like categories is of column, define the category of column. So we have just add them in a group which is a category. So if I will go here down and create a group of all our like ratings we have given. So now we have a group here, and now what I will do, we can take a mean of these groups. So after, when we will take a mean of them, so we can take an average rating from each of them. So to create a mean, I will just take this and copy this now. Now we have created a mean. So category average, we have created a new variable, category average equal to data category dot mean. So now these categories will have a mean of all our like reviews, whatever rating we have given our our passengers have given. So after this, what I will do, I will create a bar chart, so where we will use all these things. So what is a bar chart here? So the code use is matplotlib library, we are using it for that. So what I will do, I will go here and just copy this. Now we'll create a bar charts and how it will look like, you can see now, and run. So now we created it. So what are the things this bar chart has? So we will go them one by one. So first of all, it have plot figures, so which is basically the size, and it shows a size of 10 into 6. So 10 by 6 figure size is like 10 by 6 inches. If plot average rating using the category average, so we will use an average rating here. Color is, we have taken orange or whatever color you want to take. You can even take red here, or you can take sea green and just run this. So it is a sea green color now. So you can change color like sea green, red, yellow, whatever color you want, you can take that. The kind of parameter is set to bar, so we have set is to bar here. Kind is bar and color is there. The title we have given here, title, like what title will X plot, we have taken categories and average rating which we have created. So we will take an average rating here, from where we have created a categories, and categories we have taken all these categories here, and average rating we have taken in Y level. So this will create we have given a name Y level, an average rating. So let's see what it will show us. So it will show us an average rating chart here. After this, what we will do, we will create a line plot. So what is line plot here? A line plot is also we have created a size of the figure which is 10 inches by 6 inches. Category average we have already created, so we will use them here to create a plot, and kind is line, mark is like whatever we like to give here, 0, V, whatever we like to give. So I will just copy this and paste this here. So you have to write it down, but you can see like what we have, a plot dot figure, it will for size. So what size we like to give, we can take that 10 into 10. If I will just increase the size, so it will increase the size of the chart. If you will take 10 into 5, so it is a bit smaller size. Instead of O, like kind is line, if you take bar, then it will make a bar. So category average we have taken here, similarly we have taken here category average. So we have already created a category average here, which is data mean. So we have taken the data mean from the data, and average rating in Y level. Rotation we have taken a 45, so how much it will rotate, it will show that. So the rotation of x-axis labeled by 45, so x-axis a little bit 45 it will rotate. And beside that, plot type layout, the function adjusts the space between the plot element to ensure they fit in the figure area. So this is basically for fit them in the area, whatever area we have decided. This command is for that, and this is basically for showing the chart. So this way we created this chart now, and after this what we will create a histogram. So in histogram it will show us the frequency of data, so how much time that data has been there in your in your figures. So for that, let's check it out how we can make it. So we have a data of 1,98,000. So we will create a histogram of our age. So what are the number of passengers, we can find out with that. So to create a histogram, I will copy this from our already made chart. So we have it here is our histogram, Alt C. So it will count frequency of data. So if I will run this, so it will create a histogram here. So I will explain it. Plot figure is the size. We have given a plot hist data. We have taken the age as the parameter for our histogram. So we have taken a 20 pins like these are the pins here. So we can increase it or either decrease it. So if I will make them 10 and just run them, so our bins will decrease. So it will be the age distribution which start from somewhere around 10 and it will go till 80. So this way it will create a number of passengers. It is showing frequency of passengers. So it is basically the frequency here this side. Plot tight, so that it will be adjusted inside it. In X level we have taken an age. So here is the X level, and Y level automatically we will put the frequency here. So it will show and add here frequency. So next thing what we will do after this, we can even make a group of ages so that we can find out in a particular age group what are the conditions we have, and that group we will create to create another chart. Passenger distribution by ages also we can find. So for that we can create what are from 18 years, like it is our frequency distribution also. We can even create them with by creating a group of them. So for that what we will do, I will go here and just copy this because we already have data, so we are not creating them. So this is the group. So here we have created an age label. We can create a group for anything from there, like which have some numerical values. We can convert them into a group or something. So here we have an age here. Now what we will see, like we have an age from 18, we have another group. So we have created 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 groups here, and then add column with age group. So we have created the label first, then we have an age group new. We have to make an add new column which is age group. PD cut is the command for the age where we will use this PD labels, and labels are our age labels here. So it will put them in our age, these age labels, and then it will create a age group here. So then it will run this. So we have created a age group here according to our labels we have provided them. So this is the command pd.cut. So which is basically function used to categorize the value in the age group. It is basically and convert them into 7 bins. So we have taken 7 bins here. Next is like we can create a chart from that. That is basically our like histogram we can create or whatever you may like. So in this case we have age group count plot. So we have created a counting plot here. In this case we have created a count plot. So I just copy this, and we have also indexed them also so that they will be in a index format. Copy this and put it here and just run this. We will find its code, everything in our link in the description. You will find everything there. So stay tuned with us. So Vista Academy will provide the link. So here we have age group dot value count sort index. So we will index them. Then we will create a bar chart, which is our bar, and we will count from them. Age group we will count dot plot. So we have created index them. So this is actually name of the variable, age group count. So it will put them in a index in a sequence. So plot title, age group, number of passengers, rotation we have taken 0 here, and then we have tied them, and this way we created our group wise our chart model. After this we will create another chart which is our pie chart, and to create a pie chart like I will go down here and see. Here is the first of all what we will do, we will create a pie chart as per our distribution of gender distribution. First of all we have taken, like we have created here. So first of all what we will do, we will count, we will create a gender count. Like I will show you the data there first of all. So we have male female in our data, like if you will go there, like in the beginning. So we have a gender. So if you want to make a chart as per gender, we are making customer type, we can make type of travel, class, So for according to them we will create a chart here. So what we have done there is, if you will go down and if I will go here and see what we have done here. So first of all we have created a variable which will count our genders, like whatever genders we have. Then we have count customer type also. Then we have count our type of travel. Then we have count our class also. So it all function will count them. Next is like it will create a size, like what will be the size where we want to put these chart. Then we have created some of the chart which we will call a pie charts here. And for pie charts we have given formulas for each and every one. So you create individual pie chart for each category variable here. So X is 0, like pie chart for customer count, pie chart for all this. And then after this we will tide plot also them. Finally we will tide plot also them, and then we will show them. So if you have to explain you this chart a little bit. So you are creating pie chart for each category variable for each subplot here. So it is 2 into 2 by 2 grid fig. If you will go in here, so 2 by 2, like in one place, like 2 by 2, like you can find out 2 pie chart in one area and 2 down from them. So in 12 by 10 we have to fit 4 charts there. And individual pie chart for each category we are creating. So let's see and create them. I will copy them and put it there and just run this. So now we have a 4 pie charts here. So we have built it. So this is the command. You can copy this from description and make this. And after this, what we will do, we will create bar chart of satisfaction mapping. So first of all we will create a bar chart, and before that we have to for satisfaction we have there people like some are satisfied, some are dissatisfied. So we have to convert them into 0, 1, and for that what I will do, we have go there and convert them into 0, 1 first. Define the mapping of satisfaction here. So we convert them into 0, 1 here. It's showing some error here, so we have to check what's the error. Okay, we haven't closed it, so I will take it from here only and place it here. You can copy them and run this. So first of all we have converted into 0, 1. Next is we have created from our data, and then we will map satisfaction put there. So what this mapping is created, it maps categorical statistics values. So the satisfaction column in the data name by applying the mapping defined earlier. This mapping the category value to, so it will put numerical value in our data. So it is basically for putting numerical values. So I will take this now. So it will convert it into numerical value because we have taken for 0, 1 for mapping here. So we have put dot mapping in data satisfaction, and after that what I will do, I will take mean of both of them, our class, group by class, and then we have to take a mean of them, and then we will create a chart. So I will copy this and paste it here. Now we are able to create a size of the chart, then bar, then whatever color we want to put, average satisfaction, class and rotation and whatever is there. So it is showing some error. I think we haven't put this. Now we have a business, economic and economic plus class wise average satisfaction of our people there. So like we have converted our satisfaction which is in our neutral or disagree satisfaction to 0, 1, and now we can count them and find out what are the values. So that's all from this video. Thank you very much for watching. So stay tuned with us, or if you want to join Vista Academy, you can join, you can call to our number. Thank you very much.